Eastern Standard Time. So I will see you guys then. But, of course, before that, still got 5 college basketball games, 5 slots to be automatic bidded into the tournament. I believe one of those spots, 2 teams definitely got knocked off the bubble yesterday, and we'll see if any get knocked off today. And it's certainly a chance in that AAC championship game. But we'll get to that. We've got NBA action, and I don't know. I'm going to guess there's NHL games because no one told me there's not. So we'll just get with it as we usually do. Of course, our YouTube premium picks. I lost last night for the first time in like 4 days. So my streak is over there, but I was 1-1 on the day. And I know these guys were both, Brian and Rod were both 2-0 yesterday. So another solid day in the premium. I had Florida State last night as my late premium pick. My early premium pick was Iona, and they won easily. But my late premium pick was Florida State, and I had them as a regular premium pick. I lost it every which way you could lose it. I had it, I had a couple dimes on it. It was one of those things. I watched that movie Coming to America, too. I made it like halfway through. I didn't think it was very good. So, I don't know. Maybe I was in a bad mood. I'm not even sure. I didn't laugh once. But I don't know. Just me. Just crabby. Well, you guys know the drill here. The clocks moved ahead for a lot of people, but they did not move for me. So it's an hour earlier for me. So it's 4:15 in the morning. We will likely be moving this show back to 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. I didn't put that in the videos. I've talked about it a few times, but so to upgrade the premium, what you do is you Google upgrade premium YouTube membership, and it will give you the step-by-step how to do that. So someone's asking, how do I upgrade my premium? All I do when people ask me this is I Google, how do I upgrade my YouTube membership? And then I copy and paste whatever comes up, and I send it to you. That's exactly what I do. I swear. I should show a screenshot of it, because that's what I have. But, yep, we don't care about your picks from yesterday. Do not care. I was 3-0 to start the day, and then I lost my last 2. But I don't know. Oh, God. I talk myself into games and off of games, and it's just, I just kick myself. But still had a winning day. But it was like I talk myself off and on games all the time, and it's just, oh, man. Anyways, I went in the Facebook group and I posted the halftime to bet the halftime of that Oklahoma State game. That was easiest money of the day, was Oklahoma State at halftime, minus the 2. So, simple, man. They were down by 10. I think they lost by like 5 or something. So it was really never even outside the number on that minus 2. So it might have been like for like a second or two, but it was like as soon as it went outside the number, on the next trip down the court, it went back inside the number on that. So that was. I don't like posting halftime picks, especially the picks I won't post in the Facebook group is live betting. That doesn't make any sense because by the time anybody sees it, it'll be gone. But at least the halftime bets, people have a fighting chance of maybe catching the post and betting it. Let's get to it.
That was another idea I had about live betting. Where you can text your customers like a live pick that you like if they are subscribed to your texting service or something like that.
Yeah, to send out texts like that, to send out bulk texting and to moderate like subscribers on something like that is about $15,000 a month. So if someone wants to pay, like absorbent prices, and Brian wants to manage it, it's something we could easily add, especially if Brian wants to pay for it. That'd be great. But yeah, those bulk texting there, it's like, yeah, it's 3 cents a text and all this, and it ends up being like this entire ordeal. Plus, then you have to have your programmers program that stuff into your website so you can enter that texting information. The cappers can do it that way. It's not like going on your phone and sending a group text. That's not how it works. It's like this whole big rigmarole. We used to have text picks for my membership site at Sports Chat, and then the texting company that I used they like switched to some different type of business model or business altogether. They only what it was is they only dealt with like the really giant accounts because like I was losing money and they were losing money. We were all losing money, but it was like that's what they switched to. And then, so all that tech work I had paid for at the time to build that API into our site, I lost, and I would have had to do it all again. I was just like, you know what? I kind of like the idea, but I don't. It's like that whole managing of the text of the people inside of there is a whole nother intricate thing. So it's like, it's not like just having. So like, say you have a text list, right? And like all of a sudden, this guy's not a premium subscriber anymore, a monthly subscriber or anything like that. It's a tech service. And how do you get them off the list? Right? It's like, and then how do you add them? And how do they expire automatically? And there's a lot more to it than just sending a bulk text to your friends. Hey, let's get some cheese.
You're good at halftime picks, so.
I love halftime picks. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking of moving the NFL halftime show. Probably do like the early one for free and the late one is a premium show. Because we never have done really a late one because the staggering of the times, right? The early games all start at the same time, but the late games all start at different times, and there's not as many games. So what I'm thinking of doing is a late show as part of the premium package, like a third level premium. Includes NFL halftime. $79. Whew, big bucks. It'll end up being $5 a show or something, $4. I don't know. Something like that. A lot of stuff. Anyways, we got games. We got games starting soon. So, oh man, brackets being announced. Ron, what's up with the NIT? Is that happening?
The last time I checked, it's going to be a shortened NIT, less teams than normal. So I'm not sure what how the selection, but right now the selection show is still on for today and should be after the NCAA tournament selection show at 8:30. It says right now the NIT.
All right, and it's going to be
ESPNU.
Let's see what they're saying about it. 16 teams, and when will that start? Will it start on Tuesday?
Wednesday, March 17th, I think is what I'm.
Yep, March 17th to the 20th is the first round, and you got the quarterfinals, semifinals. So
17th, 18th, 19th, 20th,
yep.
25th.
So you're going to compete directly against the NCAA tournament. That's smart. The whole idea is that it's kind of on those off days.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe these games will start at like 11 a.m. or something. That's what they do sometimes too.
Yeah, early, yeah.
It says at night, 7 and 9 p.m.
Yeah,
is what I'm seeing.
So that makes it pretty useless. Yeah, that makes it really not a lot of fun this year, does it? Oh, well.
So
it'll be in Texas.
Okay. Everything's bigger in Texas except for the NIT field. We got Loyola, Maryland against Colgate. LSU, Alabama, SEC championship game. LSU dominating the offensive boards down the stretch there against the Hogs, who did nothing in the last 3 minutes of that game. St. Bonaventure and VCU, the forgotten game. Arch Madness. Why did they stop? I didn't even understand what happened to this. They were like playing this tournament, and then all of a sudden, it's been like a week since they played. Houston against Cincinnati. Cincinnati outrighting yesterday again. And Houston squeaking by Memphis. And Illinois against Ohio State, who once again showed now Michigan, well, liver's out. Marshmallow. That's what you are. We're going to win the national championship. Anyone got Michigan in their Final Four still?
I'm thinking about Texas.
All of a sudden, a week ago, they were the best team in the thing. When Illinois was missing their guy, who was way better than this guy that Michigan's missing, they won.
I'm on the Longhorns.
They won. As a matter of fact, he wasn't playing against Michigan. They beat the crap out of him. Right? I mean, so I don't know. Brian, any of these 5 today in college hoops action? Does Cincinnati bust it up and knock another bubble team out? I mean, there's some bubble teams. I mean, Drake could be out.
That wouldn't break my heart at all.
Why? Then who are you going to bet against?
Oh no, I mean Drake might be a team that I might like in the March Madness because they're going against the big power teams.
Yeah, that's a team
We'll
I
see.
would
I'm
not
gonna get
like
ahead of
in
myself.
March Madness because they've played no power teams, and anytime they played anybody at all, like a Valpo, they have
Well, that's why I
really
would
struggled.
fade Drake, and I'd probably fade Drake in that spot. I'm not giving my position out early. We'll see. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't like Drake though.
Hypothetical Drake handicapping 101.
Okay. Let's say Drake was playing Maryland in a play-in game. Well, I don't know.
I think Drake's out.
I think Drake's out too.
Yeah. NIT.
I hope they're out. I think it said something about scheduling. Anyways, Brian, any of these 5?
Yeah, I'm going to be an action junkie today and take Loyola Maryland plus the 10 points. Colgate's been an absolute butt kicker. I mean, they torched me on my last time I went against them, but I just think 10's a lot of points. I like St. Bonaventure minus the points against VCU. VCU has hurt me this season, but Mitch was the first one to get on the St. Bonaventure bandwagon, and I'm on them too. I just think they're the better team. I'll lay the points. I like Cincinnati plus all these points against Houston. Memphis almost took Houston out yesterday. I think Cincinnati can keep it respectable, play desperate basketball. And I'll lay all those points with Illinois against Ohio State. Illinois has turned me around. I think they're the best team in the Big Ten. They're going to make a statement and crush the Buckeyes today.
Ron?
Yeah, I'm going to take a look at the SEC championship game, LSU and Alabama. Normally, I wouldn't like to lay this much chalk in a championship game, but I mean, I think a lot of people forget that Alabama right now is one of the top defenses in the country. I know we think of them as a high-flying offense, but in terms of adjusted efficiency, they have the #1 defense in the country. And they just beat LSU by 18 on February 3rd, and they beat them by 30 on January 19th. So the first 2 games, not even close. I know it's tough to beat a team 3 times and cover 3 times, but there's just nothing to me that says that Alabama can't go out and beat them up again. So I'll lay the points with the Crimson Tide. And I also like Loyola Maryland as well. Ever since they got Cam Spencer back, this has looked like a totally different team. He's shooting 50% from the 3-point line. Obviously, they got Santi Aldama, averages over 20 points per game, gets more than double-digit rebounds per game as well. He's their key player. I think he has a big night, and I think Loyola Maryland can keep this game under the 10 points. So I'll grab all the points with Loyola Maryland.
The Alabama game against Mississippi State, not the tournament game, but that game at the end of the regular season didn't scare you at all. Like, about Alabama's ability to hold on to a lead late. Silver with those fouls, like, just hideous. I mean, just ridiculous. Like, just stupid. We'll call them stupid fouls. We'll call them what they are. Stupid fouls, right? It's like Alabama with the stupid fouls late in the tight game. I don't know, man. Rod?
For me in these games, I like LSU and Alabama to go under, just for the reasons that Ron said. Alabama's got their D is pretty good. And the first thing I think of is these 2 teams are going to play track meet, run. This number opened to 158. It's down to 157. They're begging you to take the over. I'll take the under in that one. I agree. I like St. Bonnie's over VCU. I'll lay the 3, and I think they easily get the cover in that one. And in the Cincinnati Bearcat game, it all depends. The key for me in that one is whether Keith Williams plays or not. He's questionable for this game, and if Keith Williams doesn't play for the Bearcats, then I'll be taking Houston. But if he does play, which I really think he's going to be playing, he'll be in there. Then I'm going to take Cincinnati plus the points, because that's way too many points for the way the Bearcats were playing. Way too many.
I like the under in that Cincinnati-Houston game. I liked Cincinnati when I did the videos last night, but they are a super public dog here. So never really liked that too much. They are a super public play here. So think the better play is the under. Both these teams just play lockout defense. So why not think that points are going to be tough. First one to 45 wins this thing. So, with that being said, winning by 13.5 is going to be a chore. 45, 40, even if you win 45-35, cover. Kind of like the opposite of that Colgate Loyola Maryland game. Those little schools, when it gets to these tournament games, it's always like a big blowout party because they know there's no tomorrow, so there's nothing to leave on the bench here or anything like that. And they're just so much better at Colgate, killing people. Expect the killing to continue. Might come in right around that number though. That happens. It's kind of like how Bucknell always did it when they were good. I think. Yep, I'll stop there. Go to the NBA. So I butchered my NBA videos. I apologize. All my graphics are messed up, and I got the wrong teams on the things, and some of them I even have to. Like, I have the Clippers against the Pelicans. I have Pelicans versus Raptors, and then at the end I took the Clippers, and it says Clippers plus 5.5. So it's been that. It's March Madness. I'm gonna give myself a pass on that one. I don't care. I do how many videos I've done, and that was really the first brutal one I did. And I think the parlay also, I said one team and then I said another. So it happens, it's what I signed up for. So I'm certainly not going to sit here and complain about it. But what I am going to do is give myself an out and say, man, this March Madness is really, really difficult on the content production side. Because these lines don't come out till late. So it's like I've been getting up an hour early plus to do all those extra videos where the lines didn't come out. So that's why you got all those extra videos yesterday. They came out late. They don't just happen by magic. And that's why there's a reason why not everybody else does videos like we do. Because it is, I sit in this dark room all day. Like I said, not going to make an excuse and not going to look for sympathy on it. It is what I signed up for. So, but I'm just telling you, it happened. I own it. Speaking of owning, Thunder against the Grizzlies. Oh, Brian, you selling any picks today?
No. I'll tell you what, I'm going pretty big today off of 4-1 overall day yesterday, 3-0 in college basketball. I'm on a 31-18, 63% run in college hoops. Get my Sunday No Limit 3-pack of basketball. You get 2 NBA, 1 college basketball. 3 plays for $50 at pickdogs.com. Now's the time to lock in on a 30-day pass with any one of our handicappers.
Right.
As for me, today I got my total crusher in college hoops. If you know me, I don't really put too many totals out there. I'm not big on totals, but when I do, I really like these plays, and today's no different. I love this total play in college hoops. You can grab that at Pick Dogs Premium, $24.99.
Rod.
And for me, I got my Supreme Sunday 5-pack. I got 3 NBA slam dunks and 2 10-star college basketball slam dunks on Sunday's action. Golden opportunity to end your weekend, a huge winner. Let's jump aboard. Loving these plays today.
I got a 5-pack. It's NBA college basketball combo. I have put out one play. This was by request of one of our premium purchasers. Put out a one play that I say of those 5, this is the one I like the best of the best. So I just put that out as a single play. It's included in the 5 picks. If you wanted 5 picks. If not, you could find out which one that is by purchasing just that one separately and not playing the other one. Some people just want to play one game. Some people want to play 5. Nobody plays 15. I'll tell you that much. I don't know, but that's another story for another day. I play 3 times a game. I play 15 games. Just put 45,000 out there. It's just
on a day like today when it's a
casual
card,
Saturday.
no
just casual Saturday. Just put about 50K out there floating. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm indigent or anything, but at the same time, it's like it's a pretty big ask of for someone to follow your system.
That's a lot.
It's a big ask. It's a big ask, especially if you have to lay juice on some of that stuff just to get back to even money.
I hope you brought your sweat towel.
Because, I mean, if you bet a minus 165 and you put 3 dimes on it, right, then your payout is not 3 dimes. It's way down there, right? It's like, so, I don't know. Whatever. There's something for everyone at Pick Dogs Premium and Sports Chat Play Stocks Premium. Oklahoma City Thunder versus Memphis Grizzlies, Golden State Warriors versus Utah Jazz, Philadelphia 76ers versus the San Antonio Spurs, and the Magic and the Heat. I don't know. The NBA just doesn't even know what the hell they're doing anymore. I always thought these guys were the leader, but it's like, if it's a COVID team, if it should be if more than 5 players on the team have COVID, then the game is postponed. You know, if it's COVID for more than 5 players, the game should be postponed. But it's not, and I mean, injuries are injuries. I'm not saying I don't have the 50K. I'm just saying I don't feel like blowing it on a Saturday, and on big favorites. That's what I'm saying. I ain't gonna do that. I've bet more than that on a Saturday, many times, many times. Brian, any of these 4?
Yeah, on those group of games you just gave out, I think today's a chalky day in the NBA. I'm going to go with the Memphis Grizzlies laying the points at the Thunder. Thunder on back-to-back. We cashed with the Knicks yesterday. I think the Grizzlies take advantage of a spot. They can get a win. I'm going to go with the Miami Heat laying the points. Normally in this spot, I like to take the Orlando Magic at home against the Miami Heat, but Magic are just down a ton of players. I think the Heat come to play today and wipe the floor with them. So I'll take the Heat and the Grizz.
And for me, I like the Grizzlies as well. I like him a lot more if Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is ruled out for this game. I see he's questionable. I doubt he's going to play if he didn't play yesterday, but just keep an eye on that. But I think Memphis grabs the win there. And I also like the Utah Jazz laying the points against the Warriors. Don't take the Jazz too often, but I should be. I mean, they're 25-12 against the spread this season. The Warriors just look terrible in their last loss to the Clippers. Lost by 26. So I'll take Utah, and I expect them to keep rolling here.
It's a better world, a world with no Clippers. Rod?
Yeah, for me, I like the Jazz as well. I'll take the Jazz, lay the points. What else do I like? I like the Heat. Give me the Heat minus the points. I think they beat up on the Magic today. That's all I like. I'm not a more in the next time slot. I like the later games than these earlier ones.
I like the Thunder all day against the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies playing a lot of tight games, and Thunder, they only win and cover in spots where it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So that would be this one. I also like the Spurs against the Sixers. Ben Simmons is not a difference maker. The Spurs are a difference maker, and Popovich, without Embiid out, is going to come up with a game plan that makes them look bad. I'll take my 4 points in the Spurs. If I can get more points than that, which I likely will because the public pumping the Sixers here, I will take those as well. I will bet it again. I will bet it, and I will bet it again. I will continue to bet the Spurs. I'll sprinkle some on.
I think the problem with that game is both teams are missing a lot of key guys. It's just kind of like a minor league game there.
I know, but who would that? And then it comes down to coaching, kind of like we saw with the hookers and blows yesterday. You know, it's like you have lesser teams, and then it comes down to the better coach. And
I could get talked into the Spurs.
I mean, DeRozan is out. Aldridge is not going to play anymore for the Spurs, so he's not really like out anymore, right? He just doesn't play for the Spurs anymore. It's kind of like how Blake Griffin was for the Pistons. It's kind of like he's not really. He's just a chair, That's all it is. Just a chair. He's a shill at the table.
There's too much action on Philadelphia in this spot. I would
way
go
too
with the
much
Spurs.
action. I just can't believe you've been hammering.
I'll give you credit for it.
Can't.
I'm gonna steal that pick from you.
Go ahead. I don't care. Steal my picks. That's the whole idea of this game. I don't care as long as everybody wins. It's my motto. Do not care. Believe me, you stole my picks in January. You're out playing the guitar with a coffee can. like I was. It's like my neighbor's like, what the hell's all that smoke? It's every bit of clothing I wore during the month of January. It's like, man, that's a big fire. It's like the UPS guy, it's like the UPS guy at our house and the postman and the FedEx guy. It's like they always love to come to our house because like I always give them a bottle of water and popsicle, I always give them, it's like my wife, right? We always give them a bottle of water and a popsicle. So they, they know us and stuff. Because, man, we're here a lot lately. It's like, yeah, all new clothes. It's like, man, it's a lot of stuff. What is all this stuff you're getting? It's entirely new clothes. What happened to your old clothes? Oh, they got caught in a fire. Oh. It's called Chalk Madness of January. It's called Favorite Madness. I don't know. I think for me, January, I'll say it a million times. I have bad runs, but I will say that January for me was a lot of bad decision making as well. I let other things affect my picking, which I never do. Never do. Hawks and the Cavs, that's a gem. Rockets, Celtics. Celtics is one of the worst road teams in the NBA. Will the Rockets be the cure? Got the Timberwolves and the Trailblazers. Oof, we didn't get enough of that last night.
Yeah.
Got to do it again. And
the Wolves with that half-point cover.
The Bulls and the Raptors, and the Pelicans and the Clippers, which I just absolutely brutalized that video. So, once again, I do not apologize for it.
Yeah, out of that group of games, I'm going to go with the Clippers on the road, laying the points. It's just no reason to back the Pelicans yet. They're still a terrible cover team. I think the Clippers.
Wow, Brian on board with my auto fade of the Pelicans.
No. I'll take the Pelicans in the spot. It's just the money doesn't look right.
Oh, you've taken them in spots, and you've paid the price.
Oh, I didn't pay the price when they beat the Celtics in that game.
Once.
And then the other game I like is the Chicago Bulls -3. It looks like a trap to me because the Raptors are on back-to-back, missing a ton of guys due to COVID. But I'm going to lay the points of the Bulls. So Bulls minus the points, Clippers minus the points.
Everyone has that drunk friend when they're like in their 20s, that goes into the bar, gets wasted, and like challenges everybody to a fight. And they're like 1-68. Their record, they just get beat up all the time. Yeah, it's Brian with those Pelicans and Arizona State. He doesn't have Arizona State until next year.
The Jets, New York Jets.
Well, the Jets actually turned it around at the end of the season. None of those other teams ever did. The Arizona State went out on a non-cover.
Anaheim, Los Angeles Angels.
Oh, God.
Oh. I like a greatest hits tour.
The thing is, it's like a year like it's been without the fans. I think that's really been the biggest effect, is that the favorites have won more than ever. It just feels like it, right? Without the fans, because there's no momentum from the crowd to get that dog through when they start to have some positive momentum. And all of a sudden it's just the reality of, someone really good beating them up. I got hammered on my UConn pick for the to win the tournament, by the way. Guys just crushing me in the YouTube comments. A lot of heroes out there. I wish I could be non-accountable. Just make some blanket statements and then just, if it doesn't happen, just not show up or change my name. A few complaints about the premium as well. I don't know.
How could you complain about yesterday?
I don't know. It was my winning streak ended. I went 1-1 yesterday, but I was on about a 6 or 7 game winning streak, maybe more.
I guess if you're goofy enough to parlay all the picks up and then you lose.
No, it said this post in the Facebook group said I'm going to start fading the premium picks. And then someone said, yeah, they've been terrible. It's like, what? I don't know, because the best of the live show is on. Like, Brian puts the early picks on the in the picks on the website, right? And I believe it's like the number 2 NBA handicapper, like, right, is the best of the live show. It's like one of the top things. It's like the deal of the century. I don't know.
Part of the reason I posted it, because if guys don't feel like buying the YouTube Premium, they can purchase the play for the same price one day that they could get a whole month for. But if they would just want a day, then they can go over and purchase that.
But it's the thing is that it's one of those things where it's like, I know the people that never purchase premium picks, the expectation is different from people that, you know, just normally buy picks, and they understand that it's betting, right? And they're gonna win and lose games. They're not going to win them all, you know, but the idea is to win over time, and to win, you know, and not even every day is going to be a winning day, but you're going to win over time, and that's the whole idea. And I think we've more than done that I think like ridiculously have more than done that. And you know, but the other problem is that the people that don't generally buy picks and stuff like that, the expectation is like that they're going to win every single game or something, you know. It's like it is. I get you know, I get emails. It's like, I've lost, you know, it's like we're 4-1 on the picks we gave out. Well, I parlayed them, so I didn't. I clearly say at the beginning. I mean, I know a lot of people aren't me. Fast forward. I don't know, man.
Nobody's telling you to parlay.
I sure as hell wish I wish I had an answer. I wish I had an answer. Maybe I'm going to start posting some polls in the Facebook group about the premium and what people want, you know, and what that's worth to them. You know, do you want more cappers? Do you want a third level, you know, where we add, you know, a few other cappers every day, you know, add a pick. Because we could do that, but it would be, you know, it would be significantly more expensive.
I think everything's going smoothly so far.
Yeah, for you, because you don't have to handle any of this stuff. It's, you know, it's super smooth for you. For me, it's a whole nother job. I can't even rate clippers in my stupid video. Anyways, Ron, what do you like in this slot?
Well, I do like those Clippers. First meeting between these two teams was a 5-point win for the Clips. But, you know, the Pelicans are just playing. I mean, you can't be more inconsistent than losing by 30 to the Timberwolves and then the next day beating the Cavs 116-82. Just, you know, Pelicans don't play too much defense. They played well on the defensive side, but that's against Cleveland. Clippers, a much more impressive 26-point win over the Warriors last time out. I think this is just a spot where the Clippers flex its muscles, and, you know, it's kind of like a chalky day, like Brian said. So I'll just take Clippers here, lay the points.
For me in this spot, I like. I'm gonna lay the 11 with Houston. Boston stinks on the road. They're 0-7 ATS their last 7 road games. And is this the spot? Houston got a cover. They covered against the Suns the other day. Giant number again. So I think Boston wins this game, but not by 11. I'll take Houston plus the points in that one. And I like Portland. Sure, the Timberwolves got the cover by a half a point. They won't get the cover today. Give me Portland in that one. And I also like the Bulls. Give me the Bulls over the shorthanded Raptors.
Simple math here. Celtics are 6-14 against the number on the road. The Rockets are 3-12 against the number at home. Neither of these give you a good chance to win based on these type of percentages, but the Celtics actually have a twice as good chance of covering in this game over than the Rockets based on that. And I'm going to go with the Celtics here to win by 20 plus. I think they have that type of ability. Just, I'd rather have a team that's covered 6 times on the road versus a team that's covered 3 times at home. Just, to me, it's like when you have those type of trends, it's like, I mean, the Rockets' trends at home are just as bad as the Celtics' trends on the road, maybe even worse.
It's probably a good game, not tough. bet your whole house on.
Yeah, it's I the whole thing is like people, they're always looking for a lock or my best bet every day, my top play. And I get the emails all the time, and instant message recommend whatever's the most annoying way to reach me. I'll get mostly the messages that way. Instagram Messenger, right? That's the most annoying, right? Because I don't even know how to use the damn thing, right? Here's news for you. If you've been talking to me on Instagram Messenger, you're not talking to me. There's somebody else that answers that, because I don't know how to do it. Okay, so then on Facebook Messenger, it's true. I don't know how to do it. On Facebook Messenger, you're generally getting my wife on there. So I don't. Another one that I for some reason I don't get notifications if that happens. But once in a while you'll get me, but most of the time it's not. The way to reach me is by email. Mitch@pickdogs.com, Mitch@sportschatplace.com. But yeah, a lot of people ask me, I was like, well, I need a lock, I need this. Today's not a lock day. It's like, to have those games that you love, man, they're few and far between, This, for me, it's like people, I used to rate my picks, 1 to 10 stars, 1 to 5 stars. It's like, I'd have an 8 or 9 star pick like once or twice a year, It's like, that's what makes them those games. You can't have one every day, right? It's like, I don't know, maybe some people do. They're just better at this than I am. But I never am that confident because I've seen it before, My very best plans, I've seen them blow up. How many people had the balls the other night against the Raptors? They didn't get it done. Was it the Raptors? Sixers.
Oh.
Everybody. It was lock. No lock. Especially. Yeah, the Bulls are a lock. 16-20. Lock. Stone cold lock. Anyways, I like the Blazers against the Timberwolves. Timberwolves covered last night. Probability of them covering twice in consecutive nights is slim and none. I love betting against the Pelicans. I just can't help myself. Ever since Romanelli told me about that Zion Williamson card, I bet double against the Pelicans. That and the Luka card. See, I had this discussion with Romanelli about sports cards. And I talk about stuff like this on the show all the time, about like jersey sales, sports cards, because that's how you gauge public sentiment. You're not going to see this stuff in the betting statistics at a betting statistics site. But if you can see that they've sold a zillion, what was his name? Jeremy Lin jerseys, right? Remember that? They sold all those Jeremy Lin jerseys. Like, I would say public sentiment is on Jeremy Lin, right? And I'd say public sentiment is on Zion Williamson and Luka, right? But these guys are going to be the future of the NBA, but the present of the NBA is not them. And that is the issue that they're having. That's why the Mavs are a terrible cover team, generally. And the Pelicans. Those are two of the worst cover teams. And I'll continue to fade the Pelicans on a regular basis. I will not apologize for it. All right, man. We're rolling into the 5 o'clock hour here for me. We're only 10 minutes away from 5 a.m. I feel good, man. This is that time change. It's a beauty we do not change the clocks here where I live. So, hey, if you guys can, I haven't asked this in a while. If you guys can hit the like button, I would appreciate it. I don't ask for it much. That's for sure. But to me, it's sad when I see other people's live shows who are terrible. Well, I mean, maybe our show's terrible. Maybe it is terrible, and theirs is really good. Maybe we're doing something just totally dead wrong. So we'll have to look into it. Maybe we should do like a 10-minute show instead. Just give out like 4 picks. Because those shows seem to get more likes than this. That's what you guys want. Let me know if that's what you'd rather have. Because it's way easier for me. But, I don't know. Some people seem to, I know we get a lot of emails saying people like this. I know a lot of, but the numbers don't show it. So, I mean, these are all decisions that we have to make. I'm not like blaming anyone or accusing anyone or calling anyone out or like whatever. It's not about that. It's about trying to deliver what you guys want. And from what I see as far as likes go, compared to other shows that are 10 minutes and give out 4 picks, it just doesn't seem to equate, to that this is what you want. If that makes any sense. Believe me, a 10-minute show with 4 picks that's called minimal effort. For me, you guys know I bring it. I do tons of videos, so to me it doesn't matter one way or another. Go to the NHL. Got the Smudges against the Coyotes. 189 on the Smudges. The Carolina Hurricane minus 238 against the Red Wings. This is just misery. Why bother? New York Islanders minus 175 against the Devils. These teams just played yesterday. Who won that game?
Islanders.
It was tied
by
for a long
goal.
time.
That's what I said. 1 goal.
It was tied for a long time.
Yep.
We got the Columbus Blue Jackets against the Dallas Stars.
They played yesterday, too.
Great. Wow.
Columbus won.
And then another Colorado Avalanche minus 233 against the Kings. I mean, this is like, you ever see like when they have a horse race and like no other horses want to run against the horse and he's like 1-9 and it's like a 4-horse field. I mean, that's what this is like. It's like, right? It's like you just got to try and figure out some way to make money because on 1-9, eventually you will lose everything in a hurry. That's the problem with puck lines, run lines, and all that other stuff, and laying big juice is that it takes you forever to build up that 100 at a time, whatever, and like a little you get extra on it, but it's like all it takes is a bad 3 days and you lose everything. You know, it's all it takes.
Oh, yeah.
It's, you know, we've all seen it before, right? Everyone's tried that before. A parlay all the big favorites money line. It's like, yeah, right? Yeah, just walk into the back. Next time when Vegas is in full swing, and we'll all go for March Madness next year, and we'll take a trip over to the Venetian or to the Palazzo, and there's a men's room like kind of in the middle of the casino floor, right? And you kind of walk in there and you say, this, and if you've done any home construction, you'll say, this place had to cost $2 million for this bathroom. It's like, I mean, it's not like, you know, in Vegas, it's like when you go into the bathroom, it's like, you know, these walls of this marble. It's not like, you know, some fabricated marble or something that they just threw up. This is like imported Italian. If you ever watch those shows, like on how they make these Vegas hotels, it's the good stuff. And I believe it's made on those favorite parlays. I'm pretty sure that's how they pay for it. A good portion of it, at least. That and the slots. Brian, any of these big six Jocket Fest?
Yeah, this is a horrid card in the NHL today, but I think the Dallas Stars for me are the best bet of the bunch. I don't love the way the percentage of bets and money look, but Dallas lost yesterday. I think they're the better team. I think they bounce back. I'll lay the minus 125, and then just for degenerate action, I'll take the Detroit Red Wings plus the 200 at home. Hurricanes, I think, have won 7 straight games. They're really cruising along, but Detroit won their last game against Tampa Bay on Thursday. I think they could pull another upset, and the Devils lost the Islanders yesterday. Devils are another team I think that are better than their record. I'll take the plus 160 over the Islanders, even though I think the plus 1.5 is probably the better way to go if you want to lay some juice.
I like all the dogs, and I think I'll take all the dogs except for Columbus. Well, I take them too. All of them on the puck line as well. So I'm going to bet all 6 games and bet all 6 puck line. So plus the goal and a half. To me, I don't see any other.
That's a hot diggity dog, the plus 1.5 puck line.
Oh, that's what I do, Brian.
The Iceman Jr. over here.
This is what I do. As long as it's minus 186 or worse. If I can get a nice minus 186, minus 210 puck line, minus 240.
You just need to charge $100 for it.
99, Brian. It's only 99. Don't be greedy. 99. And I also congratulate myself when I win. I always do that, right? Ron Romanelli. He's got his Islanders hat on. He's a fan.
I am a fan, but I am not a fan of the Islanders today. I think a sharp play would be Devils getting a puck and a half. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Devils win this one outright. Devils played the Islanders really, really well last night. I don't even know how the Islanders got a win. Kiefer Bellows came up from the grave and scored 2 goals. His third and fourth career goals to get the Islanders the win. They've won 8 straight. I've loved every minute of it, but I do think that it has a chance of ending tonight at least a 1-goal game at the very least. So I'll take the Devils plus the goal and a half. I also lean it like Brian said, this is one of the worst NHL cards I've seen ever. It's just so much chalk. It's really not a ton of value, but I'll take the Stars. I think they do bounce back. Not a great play, but with Hudobin in net, I think they have a decent chance of winning this one. Have the revenge factor of losing last night in overtime, so I'll take Dallas.
It's funny because you're the Islanders fan. Rod's Edmonton guy. That's his area. It's like, what year was that the Islanders swept Edmonton in the finals?
80. I want to see it's either 80. I think it might be 80.
I know that my I think it was later than
or
that.
Or 81.
I think
80, 81?
I think it was later than that, wasn't it? Because my roommate in college was
maybe.
Yeah, because my roommate in college was a huge Islanders fan, and he was just like, maybe it was because maybe it was just later, and he was still bragging about it because how they stuck it to Gretzky. It was,
well, of course, because it was. I know they got whooped the first time.
No, they stuck it to him. They beat him. It was like
swept them. It was 4-0.
I think they whooped some. I think they whooped some real crap at him too. Like, this is what playing for the cup is like. You can do whatever the hell you want in those other games. It was like they made it crystal clear that Brian Trottier, he was.
But then when
no one liked him,
unless year they were ready.
That's the thing. I've never been really a hockey fan, but I do appreciate that most teams have a guy that if he's on your team, you love him. Everybody else hates him. Every NHL team has that guy, and then he could get traded to another team and they love him. Like, I call it the Ulf Samuelsson, right? It's Ulf Samuelsson. It's like, if he's on your team, you love him. If he's on any other team, you hate him. Ulf, I'm sure Ulf's long retired at this point. Rod Ulf Samuelsson fit that mold. See that guy?
He does, yeah.
Right, he was that guy. He's on that team.
He's one of those guys he likes on.
John Kordick.
Yeah, there's another guy.
It's like, you rest Domi, I'll rest Kordick. Okay, healthy scratch. They make the call. You don't play Domi, we won't play Kordick. All right. It's like, you ever see that? Where there's no goons anymore, right? So they don't scratch the goons.
Yeah, I know, because they cut down on the hockey. They are the fighting. They don't want to. They want to. They're trying to get rid of.
They're not fighters, Rock. They're the enforcer. They have an enforcer.
Fighters, come on! You're supposed to at least one a game. Come on, that was hockey.
But then you had a guy like Probert could play, though. He was an enforcer.
Oh yeah, see, some of these fighters they can actually
play. Probert could play.
Yeah.
Semenko,
he could play.
Semenko was before Ron Romanelli's time. He's Gretzky's bodyguard. I did see, I passed by the scores, and I saw that Sidney Crosby was still playing. I thought he was long retired. How old is he now?
Who?
Sidney Crosby.
Oh, he's
got to be.
I'm going to say late 30s.
Yager still playing?
No. Well, he is playing, but not in the NHL.
Not in the NHL. Yeah, he's over in Russia playing hockey, I think.
My friend's in Boston, who's a real hockey expert. He was our first hockey guy that we ever had at Sports Shop Place, but he's, it's not his thing to do this. He has a regular job and stuff. And he used to always say, because people would always ask him in college, hey, we got this guy in this trade or whatever. And he said, the way the trade in hockey always works, whoever got Yager got the better end of the deal. So that's how hockey trades work.
Sure.
Whoever gets Yager gets the better end of the deal. And basically what he's saying is that whoever gets the best player of the bunch is the team that won the trade. Generally, that's true. All right. enough about that.
All
Rod,
right.
any of this garbage?
Yeah, the Coyotes and Wild. That's going to be a 1-goal game, no matter how you slice it. So either way, there'll be a 1-goal game in that one. So I like the Coyotes plus the 1.5 in that one. I know you're going to lay a little bit of juice, but it's still going to be a 1-goal game. No 2-goal game in that one. And I like Detroit. Give me Detroit. The last time these two teams played, I believe it was they played a couple 1-goal games this year. So I like Detroit plus the 1.5. I like the Devils to beat the Islanders today. They were scrappy and fought yesterday. Almost got the win. Today they actually do get the win today in that one. I also like the Kings over the Avalanche. You can't be laying no puck line with that, and can't be laying with the Avalanche. So give me the Kings to outright the Avalanche in that one. And I see the way the Leafs have been playing, not very good at all. So I'll take a shot with in this battle of Ontario at a nice plus 220. Give me the Ottawa Senators to beat the Leafs. They've already beat the Leafs once this year as well. So why not beat them again? So give me the Senators in that one. And the Blue Jackets got a win, got off the schneid. I'm going to go right back to the Blue Jackets again. Them at home. Tortorelli, their coach. Way better coach. And you don't want him mad. You know what happens when Tortorelli gets mad. Look, the Blue Jackets get a win. So I'm going to take the Blue Jackets again.
So I think that, as these guys are talking about hockey, so my thoughts on this show. So we can either keep it as is. We can go to a drive-through style show where everyone just comes in and gives a pick, or we could even have two, a pick or two. We could do it. I don't need to be a hard one pick. We'll have a little bit more time than that. Or we just do a hard stop 30-minute show where it's like we kind of just say, okay, what do you like in the NFL today? And we just, guys go, instead of going through the games, I kind of like segment them down, especially these big, these bigger cards. But here we just did the entire NHL schedule. So we could do a whole show where that's how we do it. We just go through each sport, and some sports like real sports like football and baseball and basketball and stuff, we'll give more time to, and we'll still just give a little bit at the end to hockey. Just humor people.
You making fun of hockey?
No, I'm just calling it as it is. I'm just calling it when you gauge the interest on hockey compared to other sports
hockey's been killing me this.
Based upon our web traffic, based upon our sales of premium picks, based upon all of those different things. It's not. I don't guess, or assume. I use the data. I know some people, think that they're smarter than the data. I've worked with people that think they're smarter than the data, or think that the data doesn't, that their interpretation of the data is the data, but the numbers are the numbers. There really is no argument or anything to that. It's just, it is what it is. And hockey just is less popular than the other sports. It just is.
Maybe get a little more increase in hockey after March Madness is over.
Doesn't happen.
No?
No.
Doesn't happen?
No. It is what it is. And the thing is that hockey fans are just a different animal. They're just a different beast. Yeah. And that's just the way that it is. There are fans that only like hockey. They don't like any other sport. It's rare. There are people that just like football and don't like any other sport. But the thing is that there's more. Hockey is like MMA. It's like this person, you wouldn't even know they were a sports fan, but they love hockey. And same thing with MMA. You have that same type of fan. And it's tough for us to cater to them. Whatever we provide for them, there's just not as many. There's just not as many. That's why, why isn't the NHL on ESPN every single night? It's like they'll show they showed Iona versus Fairfield. They didn't show, this 11. How many hockey games did we go over yesterday? 20? It's like.
Luckily, they signed a deal with ESPN now, so they'll be more prominent. Yeah. A
little bit more. But, they'll probably be, ESPN News.
It also depends where you are, because if you're in Canada, you're finding 8 hockey right now. They're running. They want you to buy the Center Ice package again, so they're pumping it. So
here too. We have the same thing.
Here you get it on every.
It's the one package I don't get. It's like I have all the sports packages. My DirecTV bill is always, man, how the hell did this package started? I'm paying for baseball.
Package started.
It's weird. They charged me last year. They charged me like in the summer for baseball. It's weird, and then I don't know. They already started charging me for baseball. They have tremendous billing department. All right, Rod. What, Brian? What do you got?
I was going to say the Phillies yesterday hit a couple grand slams. Looked good in preseason baseball.
Yeah,
I'm ready. Bryce Harper's going to bat 335 home runs, 120 RBIs this year.
I'll be fading them on a regular basis.
We'll see.
We will see, and we've seen it time and time and time again. Whatever team Bryce Harper's on loses. That's pretty much it.
I like the Phillies lineup this year. Their pitching's not too good.
How's the bullpen?
Bullpen's improved, but it's hard not to be improved when you're one of the worst. So.
Ron, you're a Mets guy. How's the Mets bullpen looking?
Actually, I'm a Yankees guy, but
are you?
Yeah.
Well, that's why World
Maybe it's
Series
the Florida
picked the Mets.
Gators colors and the Islanders colors, which make me feel that you're a Mets guy.
Yeah, I'm weird. I'm a Yankee, Islander, Giant, Nick.
Yankees, Islanders, because normally that would be Rangers in that mix.
Yeah.
So it's like the Islanders are your outlier. Because it would be Islanders, Jets, Mets.
Yeah. Nets maybe, but
the Nets are really they've always been kind of the other team. And then now they're in Brooklyn now, so it's like, which is really cool. I lived in Brooklyn, and it's like, I know that back then they were, if you would have put a minor league baseball team there, that's what they wanted at the time. Brooklyn is it's one of the coolest places I've ever lived. And I've lived a lot of different places, including here, where I live now. Brooklyn's awesome, man. It's just a whole different, it's a whole different vibe. Best pizza, best bagels. Brooklyn. Not even close. I don't even want to hear about Le Bagel or something. You go to the corner bagel guy, it's like, oh my God. Pizza. Joe's Pizza. Whatever.
Montreal will give you a run for a bagel.
Well, I seriously doubt it.
Give you a run on a bagel in Montreal, that's for sure.
Ron, care to back me here?
Yeah, not even close.
American bagel versus Canadian.
This is what they would say in Brooklyn. We use those for rocks.
Florida bagels are terrible. Oh, God.
Just like the biscuits?
I have to order them. I order them in from the city.
From where? Where are you ordering bagels from?
Nessa Bagel. There's this website. What's it called?
I was always an H&H guy. I don't think they're open anymore. I don't think they deal with. I think if they are, they don't deal with the general public. Mm-hmm. They used to just have one small store. It was way out of the way. It was a pain in the ass to get to, and it was fantastic. That was the one where Kramer worked on Seinfeld. It was he was on strike. But it was H&H was the bagel. It was the bagel in New York. Essa Bagel's supposedly pretty good as well. Never
it's touristy, but
right. But
H&H
was a little hole in the wall, bagel place in Midtown that did all the big restaurants, and it was fantastic. It was the bagel place. I used to have people send them to me. Anyways, got a parlay for us, Rod? You gonna parlay all these hockey favorites, puck line or something?
No, we're gonna parlay some hockey dogs. Definitely gonna parlay some hockey dogs. We're gonna parlay the New Jersey Devils, the Los Angeles Kings, and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Parlay those three up. Nice three birdcage there, and then I'll give you hoops birdcage. We're gonna take Alabama under. We're gonna take the Rockets plus the points, and the Blazers minus the points.
So I'm going to post that poll in the Facebook group. So we're either going to go to a drive-through style show, we're going to stay as is, or we're going to go to a half-hour hard stop show where we just kind of blanket cover each sport on the board, and it'll just be a half-hour show. Boom. Because, I don't know. I don't think I like this, but it's some days I feel like we're not doing the right thing. I get a lot of comments from people saying they don't like it, and we don't get a lot of thumbs up. So that's telling me, that's the feedback I have, right? So... It's telling me maybe we're not doing something right. We could do something better. I'm not saying we're not doing it right. I'm just saying that we could do it better. Something that you guys would like. So maybe that's what we'll do. I think maybe the half-hour show is the way to go. We'll try it. Maybe we'll start tomorrow. We'll try it because it's a small card, right? So No college hoops. It'll be easy to do the half-hour show with no college hoops. I will be back at 6 o'clock tonight talking NCAA tournament. As they release the teams, we'll be trash talking the guys that have no chance, Brian Drake Bulldogs, stuff like that.
Texas Longhorns, I got to see how it lines up for them, but I like them.
Wow. I wonder where you came up with never betting a Shaka Smart March.
I'll tell you. No, I mean the team goes to the line and can
before.
hit free throws. Free throws that wins games for you.
That's why you took Arkansas?
That wasn't a premium pick, but I liked Arkansas yesterday.
Got slaughtered.
No, I wouldn't say they got slaughtered.
They got beaten up inside. They had no chance.
They got beat.
They got whooped. It was kind of like one of those games where LSU teased them a couple times and let them in it. They weren't going to win. They were not going to win that game. It was crystal clear, like in the first 5 minutes. Sometimes you can just see it in the first 5 minutes. Other times it's like, oh, man. Like, didn't you think Creighton was going to come back in the second half of that game against Georgetown?
No.
Didn't you think they had a chance? I didn't bet the second half, but I was like, man, they might have a chance. It's like, no way. Patrick Ewing went from being fired last week, right? to I'm sure he's going to get a contract renewal. That's what's going to happen. I would say of the teams that got in, you know, like I'd say that was the biggest surprise was them winning that Big East tournament. But congratulations to them. It's like seriously, it's not like
great job.
No fluke at all. I mean, it was
no.
It's Georgetown. You're going to get talent there. It's not like, you have Patrick Ewing recruiting for Georgetown. It's like you should have really good players.
Yeah. They were just young and they figured it out.
They figured it out. And Patrick Ewing actually can coach. He's no dummy, man. Yeah. Patrick Ewing is no dummy. He went to like one of those private schools in Cambridge as a kid, and then he went from there to Georgetown, and he stayed all 4 years, right, and graduated. So he's not stupid, man. He is a smart guy, man. You go 4 years at Georgetown, and you're able to actually go through the actual. They don't cut you a break, They don't cut you a break because you're 7 foot tall and can play defense like that. Remember the national championship game? He opened up with 5 goaltendings. I guess a little past your day. But that game against Carolina, that Michael Jordan game, he opened up with 5 straight goaltendings. Carolina's first 10 points were goaltendings on Ewing. And it's like, I mean, and in hindsight, right? It was him against Michael Jordan and James Worthy, in hindsight, it's like, and he came down to the last seconds of the game. Pretty good. Congratulations to him, man. He's one of the good guys. I lived in New York. I lived in New York when he was on the Knicks. Always one of the good guys. What's up, Brian?
I was going to say I enjoyed North Texas yesterday. They had me worried there, and then they hit a big three-pointer late and took it in overtime.
I rode them the whole tournament. I gave them out as premiums every game except for yesterday.
I stole them from you.
It's okay. It's not a steal. I just like it when people win. Not like a lot of these people. I beat you. It's like, you didn't beat me. I didn't pay you a dime. It's like, you didn't beat me. I don't care. It's like, for me, it's all about everybody winning. I don't pay you and you don't pay me. Generally, right? It's not a picking contest I'm in. This is what I do for a living. This thing works. This light right here. It's on. Oh, man. I guess I didn't pay the bill. Uh-oh.
It's not a picking contest, but I like to win.
Of course. We all like to win, but it's not about me versus you.
I like to bust
stupid.
balls.
It's stupid. I know. I don't care as much. I don't care as much. It's like the guy who puts in 15 picks, It's like, do you want people to win money or are you in a picking contest? Yeah. Anyways. You know, I mean, I think there are days where you can put 15 picks. If there's 60 college football games, NBA games, and, you know, all that other stuff, that's a different story, you know. And even then, it's a reach. I mean, there's times in November where there's college basketball, NBA basketball, college football, everything all going on in the same day. That's a different story. There's 5 college basketball, 7 NBA, or 9 NBA, 7?
I think 9.
And 6 NHL. Anyways, Ron, Birdcage is up.
Yep, I got 3 sport Birdcage. Got the New Jersey Devils getting a goal and a half. We got Loyola, Maryland getting the points against Colgate, and the Memphis Grizzlies laying the points against the Thunder.
Brian?
Hit yesterday's parlay. I'm going to hit this one too. It's a little bit square, but I'm going to go Clippers laying the points, Chicago Bulls laying the points, and the Illinois laying the points.
The Illinois. It's the Ohio State. They're playing. I'm gonna go with the Thunder Buddies, the Spurs, and the Atlanta Hawks. Thunder Buddies, Spurs, Atlanta Hawks. Thanks everyone for joining us. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to tune in at 6 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be on here going over the brackets as they release them. You get my reaction. We can talk some college hoops. We don't get to do too much. But, yeah, I think you guys are going to really like it. I have a special guest joining me. So, surprise special
Who is
guest.
it?
Would it be if I tell you it's not a surprise? But I know you guys are going to be stoked. So thanks everyone for joining us. Have a great day, and we'll try and act more professional tomorrow.